Next is from Suganda Chanko and subject to CM Punk and his advocate William Regal. With William Regal going back to WWE, does that provide CM Punk with the possible advocate for his return? Regal has been there for more than half of Punk's run in AEW and with first-hand testimony of what was really going on behind the scenes. Punk is a controversial character to have in your locker room, but it's also true the elite are everything Punk said based off their behavior since returning. Triple H now has all the tools to AEW's potential downfall with the return of Regal. He's a direct line to MJF and other major AEW talents, plus he was there to witness the real story regarding Punk and the elite, which could lead to a Punk return. There have also been rumors of Punk versus Stone Cold, which would be huge. Does this leave the door even more open for a Punk return? Could the return of Regal provide Triple H with valuable insider information regarding AEW? You go ahead and answer this first. I don't
even know what the question is.
Does this leave the door open for Punk return with Regal going back there, and could the return of Regal provide Triple H with valuable insider information regarding AEW?
Well, I don't know what information Triple H would need. They're already doing a good job, of in house shows and pay-per-views and all that. I think getting Punk would be a big coup, especially the way he left. And I think, you could do a good storyline, and so, yeah.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. And I'm throwing out there, if I'm in, hypothetically speaking, it's Triple H, Road Dogg, me, we're all in booking and we're right. Talking about this. Should we bring back Punk? Okay. Right. And I would first thing on that, how much does he want and how many days does he want to work? Right. That's the first and foremost, because that's the business thing. Right. Everything's Punk. Well, it depends on if they can reach agreement on money, obviously, because if he was getting $5 million in AEW, I do not see Punk going back to WWE at that price because they don't need to spend that kind of money right now. He didn't move the needle. He moved the needle a tiny bit, but not enough for $5 million a year. And I would throw this out there. You look what happened with Christian. You look what happened with Punk. He's wrestled and had surgeries twice. Christian tore his tricep. Bro, when you reach a certain age, Edge gets hurt. Didn't Edge come back and tear his tricep too?
Yeah, he got hurt early on in his comeback.
Let me tell you something. You start bringing these guys in at that price tag. There is definitely a lot of evidence that, they're damaged goods at that age if they've taken that much time off.
Okay, so let me pose this question. I'll pose it to Joe first. Would you bring CM Punk in if you could to WWE?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Disco?
I would not. If, like I said, if I'm in that room and everything, if for that price tag, no chance in hell.
Okay. Well, the surprise factor, and if you limit his matches to big matches, I mean, don't you think that would attract some interest?
I don't know. And bro, here's the thing. That's not really the question now. The question is, if we invest in him, what happens if he gets hurt again? I mean, this guy's tremendously injury prone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That would be my take. So I don't know. I guess the deal was, because I'd always thought that, when Billy had told us that story about how the Fox people brought him in, they wanted to bring him. They were trying to do create the bridge. And the WWE was like, yeah, all right, we'll bring him in. And then they're like, no, we don't even want him around.
Right.
But that was when Vince was in charge, right?
Yeah.
And maybe Vince was the one making that call, but he had the heat with Hunter. So I don't even know if him and Hunter, Hunter seems like he's mending relationships that were fractured in the past because he's in charge now, But I just don't know if they need that one, that guy back.
Plus, it's not like it was one incident with Punk and Hunter. It was like years of Punk feeling like Hunter didn't like him and undermined him and all that. So he always had a feeling about Triple H.
And I wonder what Punk's fans would think if he goes back there after all the promos he's cut in that company since he's been gone. If I was in their that
shoes,
meeting with us,
huh?
They didn't say you're in that room with me and Hunter and Road Dogg. We're talking about bringing him back.
Yeah, I would say bring him back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say don't bring him. So, and I would say if Konnan wants to bring him back, I don't want him.